Hello and welcome back to the Gloves Off, Helmets On podcast. Now today we've got a good one because we're finally getting into the season.
Yeah, we've finally got some actual F1 updates from the 75 Live.
It feels like we're actually coming back to F1 now, the new season started.
Yeah, we've actually got an event to talk about.
So today we have the livery rankings and we're doing it out of 5 stars, so obviously 1 to 5 star.
Yeah.
We are going to use half a star because some of them are between,
Yeah,
a 3 and a 4 for example.
Couldn't decide, yeah.
And we're just going to scan quickly over the event before we get into the liveries because it's the first time ever they've done an event for obviously the ceremony for all the cars, which is nice.
Yeah.
All the cars together
Nice
as well.
It looked cool at the end when they did all of them.
It did. I think Jack Whitehall was obviously a good addition.
He carried the ceremony itself.
Yeah.
I think adding that sort of light-hearted comedian to F1 because it's quite tense sometimes. Like you can even tell the atmosphere of the night. There just is always an atmosphere lingering around some of them, so it definitely takes it off. He was entertaining as well when he spoke to everyone. His jokes are actually good too.
And he said what everyone tries to avoid, which is good. You know what I mean? He just with the Verstappen Russell beef, right into it.
Yeah,
not
the swearing with Gordon Ramsay. Could
That
have got a
was
better
really
person too.
The Gordon Ramsay swearing was brilliant,
Yeah.
and it's as they should, man, because it's not that
It's
deep.
ridiculous. Because he said he asked him, didn't he? What do you think on it? And he said you're in the moment. You're gonna say something.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
very frustrating sport, so I think you should be able to express yourself about it.
I think they're gonna have to lift it, or do something about it to
No one's ever gonna directly stick to it. There's always gonna be some sort of slip up and stuff just naturally because you do.
I think the FIA have gone too far with it now. It's gonna change, but yeah. Anyway, what was your favourite entrance? Not livery. What your favourite entrance?
I liked McLaren. With all the previous car designs, I thought that was pretty cool.
All the old cars, that was a good one. That was a good one. I liked Aston Martin's, because I just think it was more serious Aston Martin's.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the James Bond and the.
Yeah, because obviously the Aston Martin car
Singer.
itself is the car of James Bond, so I thought that was quite cool. And you're in London, literal place of James Bond, so I thought it was quite ironic.
That was good. The worst one was definitely Alpine. What was that? That weird guy on the... No, sorry, not weird. On the doing the DJ decks for...
Yeah, that was bizarre.
It just went on for too long.
But then it said after he made the F1 theme, which what he
doesn't
produced
sound
on
like,
the night compared to the F1 theme, bizarre.
I know.
Red Bull, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, that was weird. It was weird. It only lasted about 4 minutes, didn't it?
The boot, from the start to the end when Christian Horner came on and everyone was just booing him and it looked really awkward when he was just trying to talk over it. And then obviously it started. When he said it was going to be about proper car fans, I thought it was going to be some sort of mechanic-y, I don't know, past cars and stuff because it's quite a big community. But then it was some backstreet.
Yeah, just rubbish.
I had no idea, and Max Verstappen looked like he wanted to die the whole time he was up there.
And then you see that guy when he touched him and Verstappen was like, get off me.
It's weird. I don't know what... They had an idea, but I don't think they did it the right way.
They didn't at all.
But it was hilarious.
Because when it ended, we was like, is that it?
Throughout the whole thing, I literally was just turning to Billy. I was like, I don't get it, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he just didn't either, so
it was
confusing.
So a couple of stinkers and a couple of good ones.
Mercedes was a bit cringe as well.
Yeah, that was a bit.
And the pit stop, it was just really hard.
And the guy, I don't know if anyone noticed it, I noticed this. The front right tyre, so it would have been on the left side for us because we were watching it. He struggled to get the tyre off, and it took him an extra second and a half to get it off than everyone else. And it did look. I noticed that and I thought that was a bit awkward.
Sauber's was good though.
Yeah.
With the drums, I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. They opened it as well, so it started on that note.
So speaking of Sauber, we're going to rank them obviously in the order that they came out. So we are going to start with Sauber. Now, I've given it a 4-star, so 4 out of 5 stars for me.
That's good.
I like the contrast. I think the blending of the green and the black is really nice, and I think, I think obviously it's not too much green, not too much black. It's just the perfect combination.
Yeah.
I really like it.
What did you think about Bortoleto taking the stage for the first time? Do you think he looked comfortable?
Yeah. He looks like he should be there.
He looked giddy to be there.
Yeah, he looked buzzing. Yeah, so 4-star for me. What about you?
Yeah. So I did 4.5, a little bit above you. I really liked it.
So near perfect then.
Last year, I just sort of laughed at it for the bogey car.
Yeah.
It's a bit funky, but I mean, they've picked a hard colour to work with, like neon green, but they've done it justice this year, and it looks really nice on the car. And I think paired with the suits, jumpsuits, whatever. What do they call them?
Overalls, I guess, racing overalls.
I think they looked really nice, and just they looked like a good pairing as well. They looked happy to be there.
Yeah.
But I just thought the little show itself, they opened it on a good note.
Yeah, they did. And then the team after that was Williams. Now, I've seen the this has nothing to do with it, but the new merch for like the team kits look really nice. The racing overalls don't, but the actual new like Williams tops are really nice. Like better than the one I've got from last season. But the car livery, I've got a 3-star. I didn't like it. I don't know. I really didn't like it. No.
I've gone 4 above you because I mean a bit biased. I just love the colour blue. I think they've done well with it. It does look really nice and clean. Could have done better if they stuck with more of like the navy.
It's that big sponsor on the back though. I don't like it.
Which one is it?
It's a new one. The one that's what I don't know who it is, but it just I don't know.
It's got the writing on the back, hasn't it? Yeah.
In white on like the. I didn't like it at all.
I don't mind the overalls though. The white and the blue.
It's full white in here, isn't it?
It's not
too
awful.
much white.
I think it looks quite nice. It looks smart in the car, I suppose.
Yeah, and it depends what helmets they use and stuff like that. But
yeah. But I liked the opening as well. I thought that was really cool. The reveal.
Yeah, it was nice, and you can tell James Wiles is very much in love with Carlos.
I was so happy to be there. I quite like James Wiles as well, and they looked like a happy team. So I'm expecting big things.
Now, 8th, Racing Bulls, and this is a weird one, right? Because when we watched it, we was like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, we didn't.
And then we've gone online and like Instagram and stuff, and it's
everyone's favourite. Yeah, because we watched it and we're like, it's nice, but it's not.
It's not.
I don't think we're looking at the same car.
They've downgraded from last year, I think.
Yeah.
I prefer the Racing Bulls name rather than RB. That's a bit better. But in terms of like, I'm not gonna lie. 2-star for me on Racing Bulls. I think it's disgusting.
I was 3 hours a bit above you.
Yeah, I think it's rubbish. When I looked online, I thought like I might have a problem here. Like everyone seems to really like the white because it is just pretty much all white.
I didn't like their reveal either. Like taking the piss out of the name, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like how long it is. That dragged a bit. And then with the selfie, he's like, "Oh, this will look good on LinkedIn." Like it just wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was like a bit. But it was also the first time Snowder and Hadjar seen it as well. They've seen it the first time.
It was a bit weird. But yeah, 2-star for me, 3 for you. So that's so far our worst one. Now Haas, again, another thing with Haas, like I think everyone seems to like the new Haas, but I just don't. Maybe I'm a hater.
I don't mind it, but I prefer last year's.
Yeah.
I think last year's looks much better.
I've seen Ocon's helmet, the red and black. That looks beautiful. That's a really cool helmet.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2.5-star for Haas. I think it was pretty shocking as well.
Yeah. Their reveal was good. They're very American themed, weren't they?
Yeah. And Americans do it big.
They do. I just like the music and like it just looked cool. It's black and white as well.
I can't remember what did
it was do? Like they filmed a lot of the race and like the Haas itself, and it was all black and white, and then the car itself was red. So it looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was nice. But the car itself, 2.5 stars. So I agree with you. They could do. They've got nice colours, right, Haas, and I think they could do a lot with it.
And they haven't.
Yeah, I just prefer last year's. I think it looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer.
Yeah, for sure. Well, number 7. Now, this is my favourite, I think. Alpines. I think Alpines
my favourite.
It was unreal.
It looks gorgeous. Sick. I want one.
They've put more pink on it, and it's a really nice colour blue, and a nice shade of blue, and a nice shade of pink, and they've put more pink, and it's just such a nice contrast.
I love it as well because no one else has got pink on the car or anything, so like it does stand out, and it looks really clean, and it's gorgeous. Yeah. Like the blue and pink, like you said, go really nice together.
It does. It's like I don't know if it feels like they mean business this year as well. Everything about Alpine this year just looks good, and obviously Gasly and doing
Doing,
buzz
yeah.
cuts. So
Yeah, the marching. Doing looked pretty happy to be there though.
he looked like, I mean, obviously it could just be for show, but he looks like secure. He didn't look like
Yeah, he didn't like. You think his confidence had been knocked a little bit.
He didn't look like the kind of guy who's getting sacked in a few weeks. You know.
Yeah, so I don't know. Was it his car as well that was up there?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
I don't know.
I don't think he would have picked his car, but yeah, it was interesting, and obviously, like we said about the intro they did was a bit weird.
Bizarre.
It was probably the worst one, and
it
dragged
didn't stop.
on. Yeah,
it did
went
not
on.
end.
But the car's beautiful. So
The guy as well that was doing the song, it's like, I don't know. It was just really funny.
yeah.
It was a bizarre man, like a 50-year-old man with fringe,
Going crazy,
going crazy on the deck. I wonder if they were like behind the scenes thinking, this is weird.
Yeah, like when do we go out? Do you reckon he rehearsed? I don't know, who knows?
No idea. But like, when you look at like the OG table with all the old drivers on it, who they didn't have a clue what was going on, they start looking around like,
yeah,
what are we
no,
doing
it was
here?
weird. Oh yeah, 4.5 star for Alpine. That's my biggest so far.
They're my favourite, so I've given them a 5.
A 5 star.
I want one of those cars. It's gorgeous.
Is that your only 5 star?
Yeah.
So it's your favourite?
It's my favourite, yeah. I'd say it's my favourite.
It is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It is. They've done a really good job.
They look so good on the track. I'm well excited to see it.
And they normally do good, like special liveries. You know, they do a few in the year. Alpine normally do really good ones. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see that. Like, who's gonna do the first custom livery for a random race? You know what I
who
mean?
is your favourite for custom liveries? Like, who do you think delivers all the time?
Do you know what? They're all pretty good at them.
Mm.
But I think the best one last year was probably the Senna McLaren. That was really cool at Monaco.
Yeah.
But there was a few good ones because they did a red Alpine for one race and that looked cool.
Mm.
And then yeah, in Texas as well, they did like an orange like desert kind of Alpine. So I don't know.
Oh, I remember that one. That one looked really nice.
They do really good ones.
Mm.
Racing Bulls did a good one at Miami. They did like the Miami colours, like yellow, red,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? It just looked cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be fair, all teams are pretty good at them.
Mm.
But
Aston Martin don't really that much, do they?
I don't think they ever have actually.
No, they're pretty
I
boring.
don't think they do. No.
Aston Martin shape up.
Yeah.
Don't think I've ever seen them with a bit of a funky helmets, do you? I mean, I'm saying that. I literally just seen Alonso with his 400 race one.
So he's done one custom
Yeah.
helmet.
Maybe he just can't be bothered.
Yeah, probably not, but
I suppose it keeps it classy though, because
Yeah.
that's what I suppose Aston Martin is.
And speaking of Aston Martin, obviously, like we said previously, they had a nice intro. Definitely, like probably the best one. Like it was really smooth and it was like it was cool. It was like I'm locked in.
Yeah.
But the car,
Boring.
has anything changed? Have they not
it
just
didn't
wheeled out
look
the
like it.
2024 car? That's what it
And
looks
just
like.
like they did look the exact same.
So 3 star for me because it's not like, you know, I'm not gonna. They lose a bit of points for not changing it, but also it is a nice looking car, so I'll just leave it at 3 star.
We've got the same, so I've said 3 star as well, on the idea that the car they've got is nice and, you know, it's iconic, the colour. And it's not really changed much over the past few years anyway, but it might be better. We don't know this year, but yeah, it just looks the same. I was bored, but I like it, so
3 star.
in the middle.
Right, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Mercedes. Do you like Adidas coming in on the race suits? I personally like the race suits more with the stripes.
I
down
like
the arm.
them.
I like it.
It made me laugh as well when I was looking at the red carpet photos because like George Russell's pretty classy in it. Got that sort of old money style, and then you sort of put Adidas trainers on. So like he was wearing like a suit and like a turtleneck, I'm pretty sure, and had a pair of black and white Adidas trainers on.
Could you imagine George Russell turn up in the Stormzy Adidas
in a tracksuit? But it's just that all of his content that he's putting out on our social media is like Adidas.
You must be getting a lot of money off him though.
But it's just, it looks so weird because that's just not his style. Like Tommy Hilfiger for them was pretty good for him, but he just looks a bit funny. It just looked really funny when I seen the red carpet photos of him looking like George Russell, and then his trainers look like
they came for Hamilton, but obviously I think Russell pulled it off more than Hamilton. So it's
yeah, he does look good.
strange that they left, but yeah, I mean Mercedes giving a car a 3.5 star.
Yeah, you didn't really like it that much, did you?
Nah, I think now obviously with Hamilton, with Hamilton leaving, I think obviously they've had a black car from 2020 onwards, and I think now it's like he's left now, so go back to like the silver arrows that they used to be. It looks cool, like the silver,
Yeah.
and the light, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue. I like it.
Because that's sort of what they were known for, but obviously controversially, Lewis Hamilton changed it, which is amazing, and then they changed the car theme for it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, obviously with him going, I don't know, I suppose they've sort of got that stigma around it, like, shall we change it, shall we not?
Probably thought it's a bad look if we do.
Yeah,
maybe.
but I mean, I suppose it's not, because black's still very much in Mercedes colours.
Yeah.
And it still pays homage to that group, but...
And they've got black race overalls as well, so...
Yeah, but like you said, like the OG colour for Mercedes was that sort
Silver.
of black, silver, green. But I actually really like the Mercedes car, so I did it as 4-star.
Okay, well, that's
I
good.
like
That's
the
a lot.
colours, I just like the way it looks. Like, I like the bit of silver down the front.
I don't think we've only agreed on one so far.
Yeah, no.
And that was Haas 2.5.
I like the wings, front and back wing, they look nice on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually did quite like the Mercedes. I liked last year's as well, so for me it's 4 stars.
Yeah. I just wish it was a bit more silver for me.
Yeah, I feel like from the whole like front of the car being silver, I feel like they're trying to edge it back in a little bit without going like fully there. So I'm suppose in the next couple of years you'll probably see it go back to what it was.
Yeah. Alright,
It's
moving
like
on to...
Hamilton's fading away from him, innit?
Yeah, well, it should be like that because, I don't know, he's turned his back on them. So
Yeah.
yeah. Right, Red Bull. This might be the worst one. It's
Spot the difference.
It's down, yeah. Red Bull really hasn't changed anything.
They don't know, do they?
This is my worst. I think Red Bull is the worst one.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
They've got the lowest rating, 2-star Red Bull, because I do think it looks the exact same.
The only thing is with Red Bull, they are limited to what they can do, because when you think of Red Bull as a brand and what Red Bull is, it's very much like the trademark Red Bull, the
Yeah,
blue.
you
Like
can't
every event, anything that Red Bull do, everything's sort of designed the same, so you're going to see it in the F1 car. And they've limited themselves to what they can do because of that like trademark look kind of thing.
Have you took that into account for ranking them or not?
Yeah,
No
it's a bit
sympathy.
boring.
Yeah.
I'd like to see something different, because for them, I suppose F1 is such like a big thing in the Red Bull world.
It's probably the biggest thing that Red Bull do.
Yeah, and like they do a lot in sports and just crazy stuff in general. So you'd
Yeah.
think that they would want something to stand out more in Formula 1, but then I suppose you can take the view on it like it's the traditional, what Red Bull
But
is.
they've branded it like a red and then a yellow bull, haven't they? So
Yeah.
you can't
And
just
the
change
blue.
that. And I guess obviously that dark blue is probably the only colour that really suits it. I've never really been a fan of the Red Bull car anyway.
No, it is a bit boring, and you just do genuinely see the same thing every year. I mean, it looks cool. I don't hate it, but I've give it 1.5 because it's just boring. You don't see anything different with it.
That's low.
Looks fancy, but it's been the same thing for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So you can't really give it any more.
Pretty much has, like, since he started, it's not changed. But,
Yeah, which is iconic, but give us something.
Yeah, so 2-star for me, 1.5 for you. Now, Ferrari.
Can I also add that to just reveal itself took down points because awful.
Yeah, not much really. It was just a bit.
No, just
For Ferrari,
awkward.
you'd expect more from Ferrari, wouldn't you?
From Red Bull.
Oh, from Red Bull, sorry.
Yeah, it was just awful. Christian Horner just from the get go, he just
Yeah.
watched it and I was like,
Bad video.
started on a bad run.
Yeah.
I think he knew that as well. And they didn't speak. They spoke to every other driver on the grid apart from Verstappen and Lawson,
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty
which I
sure.
thought was a bit awkward because you even said after you like, "Oh, is that it?"
Yeah.
Because they
It
just
was
like
all saying that.
stood on stage and then all of a sudden it just stopped. So it was a bit weird.
Yeah. No, it was weird, yeah. Randomly cut off. Anyway,
Yeah.
Ferrari. Joint favourite with Alpine.
I also really like.
I've given them a 4.5 as well.
It's high.
Yeah, I think it was really clean. I think it's really nice. I like the red, obviously. It's an iconic colour. The
Yeah.
nice little white strip with the HP logo. It makes it look better than what it did. And I like the white strip on the. I think there's a bit of white on the rear wing and obviously
Yeah.
at the back. I like it.
I was worried what they'd do with it, with the whole HP sponsor, because it's a computer software brand, isn't it? Like, you think what they're going to do with it, but... And the colours being white and blue, going onto a red car, you got to be careful what you're doing. I think they pulled it off really well. It's gorgeous. So I've
Yeah.
gone with 4-star. So that's my second favourite.
Yeah.
Ferrari always looks clean. And
Yeah.
just, it's iconic, isn't it? Like
It's
the
hard
red.
to make it a bad look, really, I suppose.
It's just such a classy car and it looks nice every year. So I was really happy with it.
Yeah. But I would say for like a team like Ferrari, with Ferrari's popularity, and obviously everything to do with Ferrari is F1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Their intro was a bit bland, and it's the first time like people in person are seeing Lewis Hamilton in red, and they made it really.
He looked really cool though.
He did.
He had a bit of aura at the end of that stage.
He suited it, but yeah, I don't think they made a big deal of it, which I think they should have.
When you think about F1, the first thing you think about is Ferrari, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they are just the icons of Formula 1, and especially with what's happened with Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari's history, you'd expect more from them, especially in the first event where they've got a place to do it.
They're showing us Lewis Hamilton in red, so
yeah.
A bit strange, but...
Going through, like, the history was quite nice. But I expected more for
what we got.
What direction Ferrari's going in.
And again, it felt really short. I mean, I'm sure they was all limited to a certain amount of time, but yeah, I don't know, it was a bit strange.
Mm.
Now, McLaren, our last one.
Yeah.
McLaren. I did like the history that, they're showing all the previous cars,
Yeah,
all
I
the
loved
championship
that.
winning cars. I thought that was cool. But the actual car itself, which is what we're ranking it on, well, it isn't great. Nothing's really changed. It just looks the same again.
Yeah.
So I've gone 3-star.
I've gone 2.5. So not the best. The one that they were seeing that got leaked and practicing with looked so cool the other
Like a
week.
little black box
Yeah.
on it or whatever it was.
And I was expecting sort of,
That.
obviously not that, but something a bit more interesting, and like they went with sort of that theme. But I think it's just more or less the same. But yeah, apparently they've changed quite a few things in the car though as well. And I said to you when I was watching it, because I think they said that they've changed it, and I said you can't change something that works.
Yeah.
If it's not fixed, don't. What's it saying?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Yeah, obviously having the fastest car, you are running the risk there.
You're taking a big
things.
risk.
Yeah. But it could work out, and it could be even quicker.
Yeah.
And what I will say, obviously that's the roundup. What I will say is, I'm sure if the car is fast, they don't care how it looks.
Yeah.
And I will say, as a fan of certain teams lower down the grid, like Williams, the car might not be pretty, but if it's quick, I don't care.
They asked Albon as well, and Albon said it's better than it was last year. So that's giving me hope that they're going to do well.
He said it already feels better than last year, so hey.
That's hope.
In the constructors. I said it a long time ago. I said it a couple of...
Holding on to it.
One of the first episodes, and it's going to happen.
From the first event though, how are you feeling? What are you most excited for now for next year after seeing everyone together?
The first race, what am I most excited for? Do you know what? It's really like the qualifying of the first race is so fun, because it's like, this is obviously, because in the practice session leading up to it and the pre-season testing, there's always a bit of like, are they just, are they slowing down to make it look like they're a bit slower, like Mercedes used to do that. And then even in the practice sessions on the Friday and the Saturday morning, it could be just like, are they just like taking the edge off to think, lead everyone into a false sense of security. But then as soon as Q1 starts on Saturday, bam, you're there.
Yeah, and everyone's
you're not slowing down, then it's like, we're going to all go 100%. So the first qualifying session is probably what I'm most excited for. And it's obviously the closest thing coming. It'll come before the race, so.
Yeah. What are you thinking about the rookies as well over there? That first proper F1 event, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just all of our first proper.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the rookies, they've never obviously been doing any of this. I think they took it. I don't think any of them looked awkward. To be fair, they all took it really well. Like Antonelli just looked like he was just there. Didn't really. Didn't really.
He looks comfortable with
he just looked like he was just chilling.
George although like when they were on stage.
Yeah.
Which if I was stood next to Olaf, I'm pretty intimidated.
Exactly, and he looked fine. He just looked like he was just relaxed. Obviously, Bortoletto, he was buzzing. He looked like he loved it.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Sauber next year though get a few points. Come on.
I think it will.
I hope it does, because I've got high hopes for Bortoletto. I've gone on for Brazilian, and I hope he don't just have like a 1 year stint and everyone he's gone.
And he's just awful. Yeah, he won't.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, he will. Who else? We've got Behrman. He looked pretty excited, because I think Haas are on to a good thing. Haas are really doing something at the minute, so I think they're a team to look out for in the next 5 years or so.
One thing though as well, didn't see Piastri the whole night.
No, he barely. No.
Other than him
on stage
in the car, didn't see him.
Yeah. True.
Whereas spotted everyone else. I don't know, maybe he's just hiding in the crowd somewhere, but it just felt a bit awkward that he wasn't there.
Yeah. Who else? Lawson. He looked a bit awkward actually, to be fair. But I mean, he was in an awkward position with all the people dancing behind him, so we'll let him off. Hadjar, he looked buzzing. Oh, bless him. He looked well excited.
He was so good.
Yeah.
It was really cute. Like even just like the reveal and stuff, he just looked really happy.
Yeah. And then obviously Jack Doohan, he looks confident, which I didn't think he would. I thought he just has so much like nervous energy, and
he's doing the right thing though by doing that, by acting like absolutely nothing's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's all he can do really, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good event, and I really hope they do it next year. And well, I hope they just do it every year now, because it's a lot better than what we've previously had, and it gives us all gives us something to watch, and it all happens at the same time, which makes it so much easier. It used to be so annoying. Like waking up, checking Instagram, and you'd see one of the cars, and then you got to wait till tomorrow to see the next one, and then you forget what that one looked like by tomorrow, and then it's just annoying.
Should be a thing every year though, really, shouldn't it? Like revealing liveries.
It might be. I think it will be now, because they've
got a good press though as well.
Yeah, and they seem to have sold out all the tickets. From what I mean, obviously you never know, but it looked like most of them were gone. Obviously, they had a lot of like celebrities go.
It's good for the social media presence.
And,
before the season as well.
Yeah, so I think they'll do it every year. It makes sense, but who knows, they might not. But
yeah, because it really helps because obviously when you've got like the F1 break, it's like you're just waiting for it to come back around again, and I think some people just sort of lose touch of it a bit, whereas if you've got an event to look forward to start, it gets everyone excited again, rather than you just wake up on Sunday and there's a race on.
Oh well, yeah. So that was it. Next we have pre-season testing, which is coming up. Depending on when this goes out, it'll be this week or next week.
Yeah.
I don't know when this has gone out. But yeah, pre-season testing. Oh, that'll be so.
We'll gather our notes.
That'll be so fun to like talk about on the podcast. So we'll definitely obviously do an episode reviewing that, and but we're gonna, we'll really get into it. We won't just scan over the top. We'll dive into every lap.
Any predictions? Do you think anyone's going to have a stinker at practice?
I reckon the pre-season testing is going to be good for Alpine, and I think it's going to be bad for Red Bull.
Okay.
That's what I think. What do you give me a team that you think is going to do well?
I think it's going to be bad for Red Bull. I agree with you on that. And I think Williams, I'm hoping, might surprise us a little bit. I also think Ferrari's going to be really good as well.
Ferrari, yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari's going to have a really good week.
They always start well as well, Ferrari, every season. So
yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari could be coming out winning the first few races, and it just looked like it's all done, and then McLaren will upgrade and come on. Oh, it's going to be so good. Let's just...
It's nearly there.
Can we just get in a time machine and go 3 weeks into the future?
It's nearly there.
It is nearly there. So yeah, we will be doing another couple of episodes, and we'll definitely get into pre-season testing, of course. And yeah, be there or be square.
Yeah, what you said.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.